into the era of AI. Hello there and welcome. In this video, we're going to have some fun because we're going to generate thumbnail number 2. You thought I was going to show you how to generate just one thumbnail, but I'm going to show you a whole lot more. Now we're going to use the same strategy, except for this time around, it's going to be a bit different because I'm going to change this particular person. I'm going to put my own photo, right? Just like Mr. Beast does in his photos. He puts his photo here at the top or the forefront. So let's get right into it. Now here I'm going to get out of the presentation because the image is held within this presentation. I'm going to click this X here. Now let me go to canva.com, click create a design, then go ahead and look for YouTube thumbnail. Now this time around, we're going to have to be a bit more, should I say, a bit faster. Let's go a bit faster because you know the trick now. You know how it works. Pretty much everything was disclosed and shared with you. Now once we go to this particular design, let's just wait a second for it to load. Now this is loaded, which means I can go back to the presentation. I can right click on this particular design right here and then come back over here and paste it in. So I'm just going to go ahead and click Control V. There you go. I could just simply set the image as background, and then that little bit at the end here, I could just basically blur it. I'm going to show you how to do that. Let me just click cancel. If you go to elements here, there's a bunch of things that you can do, and one of them is the blur option. So if you select blur, then we can take something such as this, for example, here. We can place it right at the bottom. You can make it just a bit smaller or maybe keep it like that. The objective is to just hide that. And then I'm going to say Mr. Beast thumbnail number 2. So this is Mr. Beast thumbnail number 2. I'm going to click on the share button, click on the download button, and download. This is a transparent background. While that's done, I'm going to go into ChatGPT here, and then we're going to say the following. I'm going to go back to a prompt before I asked it to generate any article or anything. And actually, let me just go here to a new chat. And then I'm using GPT-4. I'm going to click on the upload feature, and I'm going to upload none other than Mr. Beast thumbnail number 2. After I do that, I'm going to say describe this image in detail, make it exactly, or describe it exactly as the photo suggests. Describe it exactly as the photo suggests. Now, once that's so, I can just hit enter and give it the image. So it will proceed on to describe the image for us. And then what we will do is we'll just simply go ahead and generate something like that. So hopefully they don't take into consideration that light at the back. I'm pretty sure they will. Or let's just see. Age is all dressed in blue sports. And you can see that this is really amazing. And the good thing about DALL-E 3 is once we generate the image, it's going to generate the image, and also it can also generate numbers. You can see notably a baby in the foreground, distinct from the rest, wears a red jacket with number 1 on it. That's pretty good. And so here, what I'm going to go ahead and just say, generate a similar image to that. Featured with dark hair, neat beard, he's wearing a black t-shirt, his presence is due to a big smile, forecasting white teeth, and his direct gaze at the camera behind him. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this image, right? I'm going to paste it in, and I'm going to remove from the description of Mr. Beast, right? So I'm going to go ahead over here. This image features a man, so the image, instead of features a man, I'm going to say features a, and I'm going to say features a large crowd, right? And that's it. So I'm going to say generate this image according to the following description. Make it super realistic, same as the image that I provided you with in the previous prompt. And then I just have to sit in the back or not. So while it's doing so, I'd like you to go to canva.com, stick to the same particular design over here, and then I'd like to go ahead for not uploads in my canva.com. I can go ahead and pick an image of myself. So there's a bunch of images, and there's this image of myself. I'd like to use that just as a image. I mean, I can use a different image, but I'm just going to use this one because just for fun. So let me go ahead and take this particular image right here. It has some green shadow on the back, so that's not going to be a problem. I think it's good. And I'm going to go back here into this blank image and Control V to paste it. Now, let me remove this because that's not the one. Paste this image. This also always happens with Canva. Okay, come on, Canva. Canva can be quite annoying. I gotta tell you, right? It can be quite annoying, just like it's doing right now. I'm copying the image, and next thing you know, they're still not copying it correctly for some kind of reason. Now let me just go ahead over here and place it in again. All right, now it's gonna work definitely. All right, so there's the image. I'm gonna flip it horizontal. I'm actually gonna put it just like right like this. Now let me just increase the size of this thing just a little bit so that I can see the face a little bit more. Increase some more and then place it here. Then go back into ChatGPT to retrieve the image and notice that this is the image and it's pretty much absolutely magnificent. Now I'm gonna say generate another one and it should look as realistic as this one attached. Right, let me go ahead over here, click on the uploads. Because I said just a crowd, so it to a certain degree, I cannot complain. I think this image is pretty good, but let's just see if it can generate something better. If not, then I'm just gonna go ahead and copy this one in the first place now and just place it here. But as you can see, this is really some awesome stuff. Now, let's just set this image to the background. Now, of course, we can make the baby image bigger, but I think that size is not. I think we can make it bigger. Why not? You know, let's expand upon it. Let's click here. Let's double click again. Now, if you want to expand, zoom out to kind of see the landscape. And all I want to keep is the people in the the people that are showing on the first part here are the ones that are important to show. And then I can edit the image. I can go to the image editor. I can adjust it. I can auto adjust it. I also can scroll down, add more sharpness and more clarity. And as you can see now, if I zoom in, we're going to have a decent image, right? So now let's go and check out the other one. Now, of course, the other one, it has the picture of this guy, so that's not going to be a big problem. But here, what we're going to do is I'm going to upload this particular image or the Mr. Beast image into Midjourney, and let's see what it gives us. So let's go ahead here to the Discord and go to direct messages to chat with the Midjourney bot. Just out of curiosity, I want to see how this is going to be. And I'm going to upload the image, upload the file. Then we're just going to go ahead over here, Mr. Beast thumbnail. We're going to describe the file. Let's first of all upload it. And here I'm going to head / describe, upload the image. You can also use the link if you want to. Now I'm going to click Mr. Beast thumbnail 2. Let's describe this image and let's see for a second how this is going to look like. Let's describe it. Let's actually see what they're going to generate. All right, so here we've got all of these. Now I'm just going to go with one of them. Let's see. A crowd of people, a smiling, Okay, let's imagine them all and let's see how this is going to turn out. Let's just give it a shot, right? And then let's see here for a second how this is going to be. By the way, you can also do the following. You can say /imagine. You can copy the link of this image and paste it here. And then you can go back into the description that was given to us by ChatGPT in the first place. And then you can copy that description and head right back in here and then just place it in after adding a space and then enter. Now, I'm not sure why it generated the images on Midjourney like this. They don't really look like the ones that I expected them to be the first one is realistic, but for some others, it actually generated them as animes more than. And this one here, this is the second variation, I think, and so on and so forth. So you can see that it's not really the kind of thing that we could expect to get, because of course it can only be as great as the prompt. The prompt has to be clear. And Mr. Beast here, really did a great job of, or whoever is doing the thumbnail really did a great, amazing job of that. So now here, this is the new one. I didn't set the size, so that's why it has created this image like this. But you can see that this is not bad. But still, I'd argue that the ChatGPT generated ones are much better, especially the first one that we got. So we got to be satisfied with that. And then let's go ahead over here and check it out. So you can see that this is looking good. I like the boy, looking so cute. And he's the boss. Plus, he's the boss of all these people. And there you go. This is how you generate this second thumbnail. Now we have more thumbnails to generate. This is not over. This is far from over. Let's go ahead and generate some other thumbnails. And in the next thumbnail, I'm going to show you how you can generate something like this to the best of my abilities, of course. So without further ado, let's get right into it.